Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Execration versus Faceless, and you are watching the final day of the Star Ladder C series, or the C qualifier, excuse me. And the winner of this group stage will get an automatic invite to the LAN event, so it's a pretty big deal. The standing currently sits. Where's my standings? All right, I got like 18 browsers up. Okay, TNC currently number one at 16 points. WG Unity, despite them being at second place right now with 14 points, they're mathematically not able to overtake TNC anymore, so they're essentially out. And then the only team that's available that could overtake TNC is Faceless, and I do believe they have to 2-0 every single opponent here today, starting with Execration. So they have to 2-0 Execration, they have to 2-0 TNC, and they have to 2-0 Fnatic, but Fnatic is free, so... Anyway, Steven, thanks for joining me on the cast, and we're going to open things up with Faceless versus Execration, and they're going to begin with Shadow Demon. Is Steven here?
Dyer's pick.
Wait 1 second. I had the button set in the wrong one. Sorry. But I think it's like you said, they have to 2-0 everyone to make it through. And as much as I don't want to say Fnatic is free, they definitely do look like the easiest team to beat. And unfortunately for Faceless, they aren't able to play them first.
I mean, or fortunately, they don't need to play them first, right?
Radiant's pick.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, wouldn't you think it's like
It's more if it's more dramatic to have like the Faceless versus TNC as a very final match, right?
I think it's more dramatic if it's like them versus. Oh, you mean versus TNC? Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, like if it's TNC versus Faceless for the final game, then it would be like super hype.
But if it's like they go through 2-0 and then 2-0 again, and then it's Fnatic at the end, so it's like there's still a chance that they might not make it, but at the same time, you don't. It doesn't feel quite the same.
Is this Ice as the stand-in player?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I'd have to assume so.
Like normally, any other team would be like, "Oh, stand-in. That's somebody actually standing in." But with Ice, you actually just don't know. Like he's actually a troll.
5 seconds.
So
he's actually a troll.
I wonder if Execration would like not play seriously, because obviously they're not mathematically possible to make it through anymore. But
Dyer's banned.
No, they're playing seriously. They picked Luna. There's no messing around. They picked Luna. That's the sign that you're not messing around.
No first pick Blasuka and just like let's go.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I mean, you get a chance to play against Faceless, and Execration's definitely a good team, right? You might as well put this to good practice.
Yeah, that's true. Although I imagine these teams scrim against each other quite regularly. So
10 seconds to go.
Although scrim and officials are kind of different.
I think playing officials is very, very good practice, especially since Faceless absolutely have to 2-0 everyone to make it. So they're going to be playing at their best.
I'm very curious if Faceless will ban differently, like coming into the series against TNC a little bit later on. Because yesterday, we've been talking about the Darkseer and of course the Earth Spirit. But for now, it seems like overall against a blind opponent, if you will, it seems like Slaughter and Meepo are the two heroes that they're more worried about.
I wouldn't really put it like that. I mean, it's like you said, within the C region, all of the top teams most likely just practice against each other for the most part.
True.
Up until normally whenever there's a tournament coming up or something like that, then you decide on scrimming other people.
Have we actually seen a Meepo from Execration?
I think it's banned out every single time.
Yeah, I don't actually recall. So if you ban it out against them every single time, likely they do have a great Meepo player. It used to be Abed always playing it for Execration, so I don't know if Gabby is in tune with the hero. But either way, we're not going to see it at least for this game. What we are going to actually see is the Ogre Rubik Luna combination. Ogre most likely roaming around to help out the solo lanes, and then the Rubik Luna is one of the strongest dual lanes simply because they have a ton of right click damage between the two. Good stuff.
I think Faceless are actually in a position to draft something to deal with this Luna. I think you just actually draft a mid that doesn't really worry too much about Ogre. Or at least can catch up in another way.
Are there any mids that don't worry about Ogre?
Every mid has to worry about Ogre, but
Yeah.
some heroes can actually just catch him in the jungle. Like Shadow Fiend, for example, can actually do it. But I don't think I seen Jabs play this hero.
Jabs, from what I recall, is a very exceptional Tinker player, as well as I want to say OD. Like most of the dominant patch heroes of last patch, he played very well. Also very good Invoker, from what I recall. But Faceless is going to go with the Black Slark. He's very, very good with this hero. Which I think on paper, like a lot of people think Black as kind of the AFK Ricer kind of.
He might not actually be playing it, by the way.
Really? Why is that?
I could be wrong though, because I mean I watched them play one game at Dota Pit, and it might just be because they picked Pudge, but when they picked Pudge, Black was playing Pudge,
As a support
and
or
XY
core?
played Slark. Support.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think we're gonna see a Pudge here, right? Because the 2 support slots are taken out.
Yeah, but I mean I just assume they might have just swapped for the hero selection, and then Black's probably just going to be going back to playing carry.
Yeah. I think it was just that one game where he wanted to play the Pudge, but here, this is actually one of his stronger hero, because a lot of people say like Black is the AFK Ricer, but on this particular hero, he understands the timing very well. I still think that he does tend to farm a bit more than he should. Like sometimes I even see him go Midas on this hero, but you could bet once he has a Shadow Blade, he's going to be all over the map. And heroes like Rubik, Ogre, these are essentially free for the Slark. And even for Luna, until she gets the BKB, she doesn't exactly have the best way to get away from the pounce.
Outworld Devourer. Radiant.
All right, OD. If you thought Ogre Magi was a nuisance for the mid lane, now you got an OD Ogre Magi potentially.
Yeah. Not only very strong in the lanes, like you said, but also very good against the Slark, right? Because if he's going to pounce on Rubik, now you actually have a way to protect and deal with the Slark.
Curious as to see what offlaner Faceless end up going with, because Execration banned out 4 offlaners.
Yeah, everybody just like ban out Ice. And the word on the street is that C teams have a tough time dealing with Ice. Like they just don't understand his playstyle. Whereas I think the Chinese teams deal with him extremely well because he played in China for such a long time. But for now, we're gonna see the Jabs Invoker.
Dyer's ban.
What's the offlane of choice here? I want to see something clowny.
I mean, we've seen Faceless, we've seen Ice do everything. From like offlane Juggernaut to
Morphling? He played
offlane
offlane Morphling.
but that's because they had Alchemist on the team. Like Alchemist Undying.
No. This was no. I'm talking about recently. He played. They played the lower bracket finals. It was a best of 1, and that's when Black played Pudge, and then they had offlane Morphling as well. I mean, they lost, but still, they had a really good start with it.
Okay. I'm not sure whether you could do offlane Morphling against this like lane, right? I think Luna Rubik just denies you to oblivion.
Yeah, pretty much. But you never doubt Ice. It's like you said, they have a hard time dealing with him. Look, this guy plays pretty much everything. Look at that. A 5th Ice ban.
I mean, well, the 5th one, not so much surprising, because honestly, there was only offlane to be picked by Faceless, right? So you might as well ban an offlane hero. But the first 4, that's a lot of respect. Can you like actually?
10 seconds to
Alright,
go.
I could actually check what it is as Ice. Let me quickly.
I'm really curious to see what they end up picking on the offlane.
Yeah, this is Ice.
Radiant's pick.
Yeah, people are telling me it's Ice. He has the same name from Dota Pit. He was also listed as Stanton for some reason.
The same. Well, I generally check the avatar because they don't.
There's a lot of imposters out there.
I mean, are they going to use the exact same avatar?
Go.
Don't put it past people to do something weird like that.
I'm going to name myself Aosin and put a penguin avatar and play in China.
I've never seen that happen yet.
Reserve.
But why would anyone ever impersonate?
That's exactly right.
That's why I always get confused as to whenever people are like, is that the real Eosin? And this happens maybe like once every 200 games, but it happens.
Are you the real
And then-
big deal?
And then I'll just be like, why would anyone ever impersonate me? Like, for what reason would you impersonate me for?
I don't know. Not everyone's Nexon champion. I would impersonate a Nexon champion. Alright. Faceless. Gonna go with the Ice 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 Hunter. So this is actually as traditional of a Faceless draft as it goes. I mean, maybe like a Warlock is what I'm more personally used to seeing, but in terms of this patch and the players on these heroes, this is like Faceless to a T.
This was honestly one of the last offlaners you could have picked. The only other alternative is they went for if they went for something else, and
Axe is in the pool.
Reserve time.
I don't know if you want to run Axe against Luna, Rubik, and Ogre. I think with one rotation, you're just sent to the jungle.
There's also like weirder stuff like Clockwork or...
Yeah. But I don't normally see him play these kind of heroes. They definitely did their research, and these are all of the heroes that Ice have been playing recently.
So, are they okay with him playing TIE Hunter? Because I think TIE Hunter is actually not so bad against this lineup. Ravage, in particular, has a long cooldown, but then you could kind of mirror Luna's cooldown, right? So if you see him coming to the fight with Eclipse, you're more likely to have the Ravage as well.
Yeah, and don't forget, you have a Rubik. It's always that potential of stealing Ravage.
True.
Alright, let's see how these lanes pan out. Pretty sure it's going to be Ogre Magi and Axe starting in the off lane. If they don't do that, I'm pretty sure Axe just has to start in the jungle, because I don't think you can sit in lane against this tri-lane if they decide to move together.
So you think the Ogre doesn't really need to help mid too much?
10 seconds.
I mean, I agree that OD doesn't need to help versus Invoker 1v1, but you could make the Invoker cry a little bit.
Seconds.
Yeah, he can pretty much 1v1 him for the start. You don't really have to put your bodyguard to the middle lane just because you can. I think it's more important just to help out DJ. And you already know how DJ plays these offlaners. The faster you can get him to the Blink Dagger, the better.
What a player. Just pauses at the beginning of the game, go toilet.
This is how every professional team operates.
Your toilet breaks are not in between the game or before the game. It's just...
Yeah, or during the draft.
Or during the draft.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. During the draft, I appreciate it because you're supposed to communicate and talk to your team, right? See, this guy just came back from toilet. He didn't read the message.
Yeah. No. See, this is the thing. You have, it's like you said, during the draft, you have all this time to go.
Yeah.
Right, but you're discussing strategy with their team, which is perfectly fine. But a lot of the times, a lot of teams always have that remaining time on that last pick. You could just use that time to go to the bathroom. But instead of that, they just immediately pick, and then they pause the game, and then they go to the bathroom.
I mean, for us, it's the same thing. We just have to wait. It's no big deal. Wait, are you a Battle Cup champion ever?
No one ever invites me to play. I have won before.
Okay.
I would have won more than a couple if
you played more?
If I played more. Yeah, well, what happened was I was in this Battle Cup with MSS and CCNC during Mafia Land. And the next Mafia game was starting, and they were like, all right, let's just go play Mafia. And we were in Grand Finals, and we just left.
Dude, that's not right. Is that also your reason for like, not winning in TI?
Oh, going to play Mafia?
No, as in, like, you would win more TIs if you were in TIs?
Oh. No.
No? Alright, we got XZ. Sorry, XY.
Oh?
Second Sunstrike. Did it scout out the smoke?
It scouted out, yeah. It scouted it out.
This guy's a map hacker. Like, who actually Sunstrike's there?
Invoker is actually sitting in base for a second Sunstrike.
Dude, it would not surprise me if he just stood in the base for one more Sunstrike. Who knows?
Okay, wait. Black might be in trouble here, though.
30 seconds to show.
Nah, he's
They're wrapping around. No, because they have a ward. They know exactly where he is.
Okay, he jumps away. Oh, God.
Black is super dead.
Black not like this. Lift into a Berserker's Call. Did I want to skill that one? And now they're going to try to block. But, ooh, nice Astro. Nando was on top of it. And
I think he still ends up on the left side.
yeah, but still.
It's not where you get Astral.
Yeah. Well, I guess he
this seems
needed
to be a recurring theme. teams really like to go for this level 1 smoke.
Yeah, but normally they do it a little bit earlier, right? Like more in the base. But
Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of
regardless,
surprised that still happened, especially since the Sunstrike should have seen it, I believe.
no, they definitely seen it. They pinged it out, but I don't think Black realized that they were going for him, or he thought maybe could run away with the pounce. But regardless, that's a good first blood. I do believe Rubik was the one that picked it up, so that's gonna be quick boots for him.
The bigger thing was, I think Black's positioning was really good for the incoming smoke. I think he didn't think that there would be any way that he would get caught out.
Right.
But
Because he was at this area,
the high ground.
yeah, he would have been like very easily like to pounce like over cliffs or whatever. But I think the more important thing to talk about now is that Execration is running an offensive trialing against Black, and Black does not have any help here. He is on his own. Now the trade-off that they're getting is that DJ is going to have to go up against the trialing, but I think Axe is more than capable of doing it.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine with this. I think this is like really bad for Faceless if they waste too much time up here.
Yeah.
They just probably go for one attempt, and if it doesn't work out, they just leave.
That's the one attempt. DJ does get off the Berserker's call and does get a ton of armor bonus. Looks like he's going to just walk it off, so...
And that's the end of it. I think at this point you just leave. Let Ice finish the lane, or just solo the lane now.
Okay, so my question is, if you put the Shadow Demon and just the Shadow Demon bottom, is that enough? I don't think it is.
No, it's not enough. I think this Rubik Luna lane is too strong, unless they put all three of them.
Right. Then I still think that Faceless is perhaps losing out in terms of the lane exchanges, because DJ should be able to do the 1v1 against Tide, and then Nando will get the Ogre's help.
Nando is getting destroyed right now.
Sunstrike?
Random Sunstrike?
Okay, not going to hit. Yeah, how is this lane going so badly? We were just mentioning that it's not supposed to be this bad.
Gabs went for the Alacrity build, and Nando probably just got caught out once, not respecting it too much, and gets right-clicked one too many times.
He needs to go for the cuckoo school of like buying 2 salves, you know?
Yeah.
Make sure that you're okay.
Random Sunstrike is going to hit.
Nope.
Ooh, that was so close.
Man, it's fine. Calculated.
That was really well played by Jabs, expecting him to go for that shrine.
Alright. Gabby, pretty much free farming. And Black is not. Black has not actually seen like more than 3-4 creeps. It's a rough life, man.
Yeah, he's really suffering. And the bigger issue right now for Faceless is that because of this lane setup, without investing too many resources, like a lot of resources, like they have to smoke again. And unless they continuously do this, it's very, very predictable where they're going to be moving.
Okay. Now, let's assume that nothing really big happens. Like, you know, just both teams farm for the next 3-4 minutes. Obviously, Execration is going to go very far ahead in terms of the lane stage.
Bottom lane, Black is in trouble. They're pushing him out of lane.
But the supports are coming in. He does have 1 point to pounce. They do see Black, and now Black's stuck in there. They lift him up. Loosen Beam not available. In fact, they kind of toss him in an awkward position. Now the row is going to hit on Gabby. The Creep Wave is going to help out, but the Disruption and the Sunstrike. Nice play here by Ogre, actually blocking the Sunstrike. And now they're going to go on XY instead. Gabby going to get off the right click. Illusion still doing quite a bit of damage, but Gabby, he understands Illusion will time out, and they're going to get a triple kill on the bottom side. Everybody on the side of Execration.
Oh, that is
feeling
bad.
extremely happy, and guess what? It's a 3-man shower time at the Shrine. Give me some Craigasms in the chat, because this is the best shower ever. Wait, there's a courier?
Oh,
wait,
Sunstrike?
Okay.
These Sunstrikes are great.
Wait, courier? Oh, no, that's their own courier.
He was getting hit by the catapult.
Yeah.
And it got healed up by the shrine.
And they got hit by it again. I was like, what was that? I thought like one of the heroes hit it.
That's like the ultimate value. They saved the courier too. The courier actually would have died if it wasn't for the shrine heal, because they got hit by the catapult twice. So you invest all those resources into making a gank happen, and then you get, your entire tri-lane dies. What do you do now? Like, the movement is going to be so awkward, and they get scouted once more. This could be really, really bad for for Faceless.
Look at 55's play. He knows the road's coming, and then he just blocks it. But Sentry
and they're baiting it out too.
Oh.
All right, they're just going to call it there, but once again, another rotation going to waste. Nuts is still level 1. Not to mention this Earth Spirit is only level 2.
All right, so that goes. Oh, hold on, thought. Black gonna come in here as well. The roll misses. I think they still get the kill though. Ogre very, very tanky. He's gonna try to run to the seam. Nice stun here. That's gonna stun the Luna as well. That's gonna be 1 kill, but I think Gabby's gonna run in, going for the XZ kill or XY. That's gonna be 1 kill. The Hadouken almost stole it. Now Black, he does not have pounce for 7 more seconds, and they're gonna just right click it.
They got a zap.
There you go. That's gonna be
Once
2
again, 2
more
for
for Execration.
This lane is getting out of control, and the worst part about it is that Black doesn't have anywhere to go. There's no real lane change. If he goes top, I think he just gets absolutely destroyed by Axe. And you can't jungle. He doesn't have Iron Talon or level 6.
Are you watching this nuts jungle pattern? This technology?
I'm watching him pull it to the tower to
right.
help him level.
Top lane looks like Ravage has been used to ensure.
Very nicely played by Ice Ice Ice.
To ensure a
The Ravage
kill.
Sunstrike.
I mean, that does put Ravage on cooldown, but it's no big deal. Like, the first Ravage...
Yeah, I don't think they're in any real position to take a big engagement with the Ravage anyways right now. The supports are very underleveled, so you might as well just make use of it, and killing off DJ is a pretty big kill.
Yeah. So I want to point out that...
Slark? They're going to force them to use the...
I want to point out that Ice 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 has the Blink Dagger queued up, which is definitely not the standard item here. Mech is generally the way to go, but I think given the situation that they're in, maybe like 1 Ravage to win like a 3-0 engagement is kind of what they need to make a comeback.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. And, I mean, it's one of those things, you know, you just queue it up, but it's so far away, you can always make adjustments if necessary. So you have to look at, like, he just spent all of his gold and he bought a bunch of utility. Oh, they're trying to get the wraparound. Ice Ice Ice, he might get caught here. They're going to blow an Eclipse for this.
Yeah.
And this is a very, very dead Tidehunter. And I think with Tidehunter dead, there's really no way for them to defend this top tower. It's probably going to just take a lot of damage. They might not be able to get it, but it's going to take a lot of damage at least.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you can actually like break out of Berserker Call with Kraken, right? Or it's Taunt.
I don't think you can actually break it.
Like, you would break it, but the taunt still remains, is what you're saying?
Wait, wouldn't that just mean nothing happens?
Well, I don't know. I'm not...
roll?
Okay, the kick's gonna miss
Okay,
as well.
he misses it.
XY. Huh, I'm curious. I guess I can look
We'll
it up.
find out very soon. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
Okay. And I have no excuse for being wrong on that one, because this synergy, or this matchup has been in the game for like, I don't know, God knows how many years, so...
It's alright. Dota has a lot of things to remember. Oh, nuts.
He has a haste rune, he's fine.
He has a haste rune, yeah.
So...
Well, with his rotation at top, at least Black has a little bit of space to farm, but he's so behind right now.
I think the only way that Execration could kind of blunder this lead is if they make a big mistake at, let's say, one of the pushes or during one of the team fights. And now they're going to go on Gabby. This is a very important kill, and they do get it. Was that Ravage spent? Yes, it was.
And Black also TP'd up here.
Just to make sure they get the kill, yeah. Yeah, so even though that Luna kill is big, I don't think that's going to be enough to make a comeback. So that brings me to my point of, I think Execration will only lose their lead if they make a huge mistake.
It's a start. Alright, DJ has his Vanguard now.
Ooh, they actually got to pick on Nando as well. Sorry for missing that kill. Okay, well, the supports are definitely roaming a lot more efficiently now that the laning stage has ended.
I think with that OD kill, it's actually fairly even now.
Yeah, back-to-back core kills is not bad.
Completely out of mana, but he's got 11 stick charges. No Ravage, though. But the supports have been spotted out, so I don't think there's going to be anything coming out of this.
Luna does have the Helmet of Dominator finish, so we're going to see a push coming on. But Tidehunter is very, very good at just like sitting in front of the building and tanking it. XY is going to roll away. Close. He's actually still in there, but they're not going to chase. And now Tidehunter is surrounded from all sides. I don't know if Isaac's going to get out of this one. Yeah, he's gone.
So you can see now, so it doesn't break the taunt.
Okay. You're right, you're right. I shouldn't have doubted a Nexon champion.
Have fun trying
Yeah,
to bust
it's okay. It happens.
structures now. Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Execration will translate into a tier 1 tower. This is giving a black a lot of space and time to farm, but I mean, he's still only halfway to his Shadow Blade.
He got destroyed so badly in lane that he's gonna need way more time than this. He got a couple of minutes to farm, but I mean, if you look at where he's progressed to, he's only got 1,600 gold. And if you decide to go straight for the Shadow Blade, you're still going to be very, very weak.
I'm personally a little surprised that DJ has not gone for the straight blink, given how aggressive he normally likes to play. Remember that Slaughter game? He was just like going behind tier 2 towers like 3 minutes in.
All right, top lane, they're smoking. Ravage is up in 10 seconds.
Okay. I'm sure they have Sunstrike at the ready as well. They ping out DJ, that's the one they want. But here comes the TIE Hunter. They slow down Nando. Okay, nice Berserker's call. And that's going to be Ravage. I think it's just time to leave him go. I think he's pretty much dead. Okay, thinks about the Ravage, but very, very good. Astro's going to put him away. DJ still slowed down here. XY coming in, putting that Magnetize pretty much on everybody. TIE Hunter still lumbering
now,
in.
but it might get stolen. It does get stolen.
Yep. Oh, and the Astro's going to save it. XY is going to be
counter.
dead, and now there's Ravage and Eclipse on the dire side. This is a huge loss here by Faceless. And I think with both of these ultimate, they're going to just row down at least one tower, if not two.
They immediately smoke up. They want to defend this mid tower with this Ravage. This is very, very good play from Execration.
Okay, Glyph is available. That DJ is very low. He does have the Vanguard regen coming in. Nando's going to
Oh,
start
this is going to be
hitting.
huge. Here comes the back.
Uh-oh, jabs. He's going to get lifted. They're going to toss him back in. And the Ravage. Bang. Ravage is only going to hit one. No, it does hit two. TIE Hunter on the right side is out of mana. Does have a Mango, but no teleport. He's going to pop that magic wand. He's trying to juke, but he's in here for good. And now Execration. Pretty much styling all over Faceless.
5-5-9-3, just crushing them with that Rubik gameplay. That was so well played by him. Stealing that Ravage and then immediately smoking to rotate mid, because Faceless were trying to disengage. They assumed, the whole team was going to push top.
Yeah. I mean, for viewers that don't normally watch Dota, the reason why this game is like so crazy is the fact that Faceless, by all accounts, is normally considered as the best C team, like bar none. There's no one even really close to it. This is the team that you see competing in the international tournaments. This is the team that people thought was going to make a deep TI run, but right now Execration, who no longer could qualify for this LAN event, is just wrecking Faceless.
Maybe it's the nerves. Once again, it's
Nah,
that
man. It's when you have nothing to lose. That's your
nothing
favorite
to lose
statement.
versus everything to lose.
Yeah. Well, Faceless, the one thing that they're very, 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 very good at, which I think is the reason why they're considered as the best C team, is that they might get into this situation, but to actually break the high ground and get the GG out of them, that's a different story. I've seen many teams have this kind of start versus Faceless, and then they just blunder it on a high ground push. So I would not put it past Faceless to make a deep late game comeback, but the odds are definitely against them.
Yeah, I agree. And they definitely have the high ground defense. Between Earth Spirit, Invoker, and a TIE Hunter is a very, very difficult high ground to break. They would definitely need some kind of big pick off.
Yeah. I mean, I would even add Slark to the formula of a high ground defense. Like, he's not actually going to do the defense, but he's a very good hero to come from behind and just, like, snipe a random Rubik or whatnot. But I gotta say, that last team fight up top where the TIE Hunter was doing that slow dance, I was just really impressed with Nando's, like, patience with the Astro, right? Like, 2 Astros in a row.
Top. Black's got the Shadow Blade. This is going to be the first use of it. Okay, it's going to be a easy kill.
Yep.
I know what the crazy thing is? There's 6 Faceless games. And this could potentially be their final one.
Yeah. I mean, unless I did the math wrong, I do believe they have to win every single game. But if I did the math wrong, maybe they're allowed one draw.
And then they got to win everything else to tie it.
After this game, we're going to check the math again.
I'm pretty sure they have to win all of them.
I'm pretty sure that's the case as well. But, won't be the first time I'm wrong about something.
Happens.
All right, TIE Hunter looks like he's gone for a casual headdress. I wonder if he just bought something before he died. That's likely the case, because he still has a Blink Dagger queued up. And that last team fight...
people always do this. They queue it up and then they just change their mind afterwards.
That's true. But you saw in the last team fight how important it was for him to blink in, right? Because
They're going on ice.
Right.
He's gonna be a big kill
Oh,
because
the
if they
Berserker
kill him
Call
off.
missed though. And now he's going to try to walk away. TP is available. Eclipse is going to get used. Oh, nice lift. That's going to be a kill. I mean, he would have probably survived if he ravaged and then TP.
This is why you always try to TP out, even if there's like pretty much no way you're gonna get out. Because even though he does die, and also if he ravaged, I think it's gonna be even worse because you're gonna get lifted and have it stolen.
Well,
there's
it
no way you
depends.
can make it in time. I don't think.
I guess you're really all in that case.
It
right?
depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean at least like even though he dies, he draws out an eclipse.
Uh-oh.
And now that's
why Magnetize's going to get used. Nando's going to take a ton of damage. Force Staff, he's silenced still. He needs to Astro himself. Astro, no, he gets completely chun stunned by Jabs' cold snap. Very nicely done. But does not stop this push though. Execration pressuring bottom as we speak.
They might consider defending this. No, they don't.
Did you have Ravage?
Yeah, I thought they had glyph though. But if there's no glyph, then there's no way.
Alright, so let's pretend for a second that you're the captain of Execration. You have a very, very decent lead, but you know that the Faceless high ground is very dangerous. You know that they perhaps are the more experienced team. Like, what are you looking to do for your team right now to essentially close out this game where you have a very, very big lead?
I mean, while they have a lead, it's not exactly, the kind of lead where you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Mid lane, they're going on an illusion. So because you don't exactly have the kind of lead where you can do whatever you want, you still have to play it safe. And right now, the best way to play it safe is just you wait for that Eclipse cooldown. You should definitely work on getting deeper wards to completely control the map. And then you just slowly build up your advantage and take the rest of the objectives with your Eclipse. But even then, you still have to be really careful because I think even with everything up, Faceless are still strong enough to beat them in a team fight right now if they slip up.
Yeah, especially if TIE Hunter gets to initiate with the Ravage. Like, you can just actually blow everybody up. To which case, I gotta ask your opinion. The Manta transition from Gabby is very, very standard, but in this game, do you just say, look, just get a BKB? We're not gonna lose any team fights if you do have to BKB?
I don't think he needs it just yet. I think going for the BKB this early is very, very all in. I think that's the kind of pickup you make when you decide, like, okay, we're definitely strong enough to just take high ground with this purchase. Not, I'm going to win a team fight with this purchase.
Okay. What about the halfway route, like Yasha into BKB and then back to Manta?
I think it's still safer just to pick up the Manta than just do some damage. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The only downside to it is that you have to remember there's an SD, so he can easily just make illusions of your illusions, and then you have to deal with Luna again.
Although you have an OD on your team, the orb is gonna deal a bunch of damage to the illusion, so it shouldn't be too bad. Nuts gonna get scouted here before he drops his ward, so I guess not too bad.
Oh, interesting. Rubik picks up Aether Lens.
For that Ravage steal. Makes sense, right? Like, sometimes, especially with the 8th lens, you get to not get hit by Ravage or just get that extra couple of seconds to steal it.
Yeah, you're actually right about that.
Yeah.
It's actually really important because the only way to be out of Ravage range is if you wait for the Ravage and you blink into it and steal it.
Right.
Or you wait for the Ravage and then walk back in. Because I think the range is like pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, we saw in that last engagement where 55 managed to steal the Ravage. He still got hit by the Ravage after he stole it, so the Aether Lens allows you to do that. This is actually one of the few cases where you want to go Aether Lens first on Rubik. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aether Lens is a great Rubik item, but generally there's like more pressing priorities, like getting, let's say, a Force Staff for your team, a Glimmer for your team, or like a Blink for yourself.
There's a Faceless smoke here, but it seems like they completely missed out where Execration were going to be. Oh, Nando misses the deny on bottom tower.
I mean, all things considered, though, despite the lead that Execration's in, I think Faceless fans out there shouldn't be too worried because this game is slowing down. I feel like this like 5,000 net worth lead that Execration has isn't really that big. It's just honestly one team fight.
Yep. Especially with Tidehunter having the Blink Dagger now, a lot can change in one team fight. And I don't think they know that he has it just yet. Okay, so here comes the Execration smoke. This could potentially be devastating for Faceless.
Do they have
Black
detection,
breaks
though?
us out.
Yeah. Sunstrike? Going somewhere.
Oh, they're going all the way around. They see the courier. They know the courier is there.
Luna's
so
gonna get seen. Luna's gonna get seen by the crew wave, but SSI just poured it out, and now the team is gonna be isolated. Black. Oh, the pounce blocks and now gets.
That is so bad.
They're gonna focus on Nuts. Nuts is gonna be the first one to go down now. Now XY gets lifted. XY's.
He cancels the TP with that lift.
Okay, Black. Did I have detection? Nope.
No detection.
Wow. That DJ call to begin things off was huge because they got the Shadow Demon. I mean, they never killed Black, but I don't think Black was. I mean, it would be good to kill him, but it's okay that they did it.
But more importantly, the Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
And the Shadow Demon was actually a bonus. They broke the smoke and they just went for the Slark because the smoke broke.
Yep.
And I think Nuts just excellently walked into it.
Blink call, that's going to find Black again. The ports are coming in, but I don't know if the taunt's long enough. In fact, it's going to be a counter initiation with Ravage. Sunstrike. Ooh, definitely Blast not going to hit because
They need to kill this OD off.
Oh, they're going to try. Nice defensive force step. And now pounce forward here by Rubik. Not something you see too often. Invoker self yields into another Berserker's
DJ
taunt.
is a god.
DJ is going to find him, and they have Deafening Blast stolen. That's Deafening Blast, but again, is there detection? Oh, they see you somehow. But it's not going to be enough here. Nice cold snap by Jabs, and now they're going to focus on DJ. Meanwhile, Black is still in this fight with decent mana and HP, and they've lost nobody in that engagement?
Nope. Did you see what DJ did? That was such a good play. He knows that Jabs has the Yules.
Right.
And he blinks on top of Jabs,
Waits
fully expecting him.
Yeah.
To bait the Yules, and then he calls him afterwards. That was just such a good play by DJ. But luckily for Faceless, they don't lose him, but that's like your Ravage committed again, and they get absolutely nothing out of it.
Yep.
And Execration, they know they have absolutely nothing now. They're just going to go take the rest of the tier 2s.
Silver lining, at least you didn't give them Ravage, right? Because the way that 55's been playing, like, I'm expecting him to steal Ravage a couple more times this game. Although Ice is generally very good at protecting his Ravages. And now, we're going to see the Siege coming. 60 seconds till the next Ravage is available. I think Execration could maybe fall back to Roche, or is that a little bit?
Oh, they can take the Shrine side now.
Okay.
They know that Ravage is going to be down for quite a while. You can take the Shrine and then probably start pushing out your lanes again. Like top lane, there's no reason for you to give up damage on your tier 2.
There's a gem being delivered here on the courier. Unfortunately, Black was not able to snipe it. So
maybe he'll catch it on the way back.
Okay. Well, I mean, the gem got delivered. That's the biggest thing. Oh,
Every piece of gold helps. Oh, he's just going to miss it.
Now Roche is going to be attempted. Black, I don't know if he has any idea whether this gem is on the field. I don't think he does. At least not yet.
Alright, Jabsy finishes up his Scepter.
Yep.
Well, after losing the last engagement, I think you're a Faceless fan. Now's the time to be worried.
Yeah, especially now there's Aegis on the Luna. Now they're going to put it on the OD. OD now queuing up for a BKB, which, you know, very, very good against the Ravage.
This is kind of what I mean. You don't exactly want to build that BKB just yet, right? Because Faceless could still potentially beat you in a team fight. And if you buy your BKB so early, you're just wearing down the charges. But now, like, after they took that team fight, they even have an Aegis. You're pretty safe to just go all in on this BKB because the payoff is most likely going to be a set of racks, and then it's worth it.
I agree with you, but we're gonna be seeing a different song if they lost that team fight, right?
Yes, then you don't go for the BKB.
Right. If they lost the team fight, we're like, well, maybe they needed a BKB to like not die. But in any case, we're gonna have Luna just farming it up a little bit. And it seems like Faceless still wants to hang around a little bit to take a fight. I don't know if they're...
It turned daytime. They caught him out. They know that the supports are hiding here.
Okay, Demonic Persia opened things up. They want to kill Gabby. I'm not sure whether that's actually possible. They're going to throw everything on the Gabby. You can see the nuke damage is actually quite strong. Okay, I can now see why they made for that move. And it looks like they're not going to get punished.
Ooh, that was so close. Alright, that combo is actually insane.
Wow, yeah.
The amount of damage that comes out of it. The max level Exort with the Soul Catcher did 742 damage.
He had 2300 HP when he was on Strength Shreds. And that chunked him like to almost, I don't know.
Like 700.
Yeah. That's crazy. But now he's back to full. So, Seems like Faceless have some idea to defend their shrine.
They're just counting it out. There's no way you try to take a fight like this right now.
Well, if they have shrine juices, maybe they think about it, but
Their only option at this point, in my opinion, is just to fight on the high ground and hope for some kind of overcommitment from Execration.
BKB is finished on the Luna. I really wish Execration would just wait for that BKB delivery. Like, you play so clean and precise for the last 25 minutes. To blunder it here will be very bad.
They're just gonna take it slowly. You hit it with Nando because he has Aegis, and just use the Manta illusions from your Luna.
Okay.
And they back off.
DJ's gonna get a little bit antsy and walk up the hill here. This kick is not gonna hit Nando.
I mean, DJ just laughs at the pain. Look at his items. He's not in any position to worry about too much damage. They would have to throw so much at DJ to kill him off.
And now BKB gets delivered here on Gabby. It's go time. Pike gets activated. They know it's time to actually go and try to finish this game. Okay, Blink Anger Smash. You see that in 55. Very patient with the Ravage Steel. He has Blink as well as Aether Lens ready. Nuts taking a ton of damage. Nuts. Maybe even go down to the beams.
They're just going to go in on this.
That's going to be the kill here. Tidehunter still holding to his Ravage, but he's going to get called and he's dead. DJ going to get the unstoppable streak. No buyback on Tidehunter for 50 seconds. Execration does not know this, but the fact that he has not bought back right now will give them a lot of insurance. Execration looking to finish this game. Okay, Blink called.
Blink called. This is a big kill. If Jab goes down here, it's really bad.
Jab gets
He does
stumped.
have buyback.
Magnetize this hit on 4. That's really good damage here. Sunstrike's going to come out. Not going to hit on anything, though. And it's going to be Faceless. Dropping the first lane of Rax DJ. Again, just like walking the pain off. Okay, 55 is going to go down to the Glaives. That's not so bad.
Illusion.
Blink kick, not going to hit DJ. In fact, might get taunt and dead. Yeah, the spin's going to take him down here. Tornado's going to send both of them in here. They need to kill everybody. And Top looks like...
They killed off Black, who was trying to split push.
Okay. I was wondering
Black
what Black was.
He wasn't able to take the Rex.
Okay. Well, he did a very good job at like damaging it, but...
It's not enough at this point. If they took one Rex, it would have been definitely a good trade. But
well, if they took one Rex, it would have been a
tier 3 out of it.
Even game, right? So...
Definitely not.
I mean,
it's just like it's like a little bit of hope they can hold on to.
Even in terms of like, base structure.
Practice.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Black, does he have any other big items to come up?
BKB.
He's still
a little ways away from it. So that was a lane of racks for a tier 3, and you have to expend 2 buybacks. SD and Invoker both bought back.
Yeah.
Things are looking really, really bad for Faceless, especially with Execration having Axe this farm. This Axe is not going to die.
Yeah. Again, I just want to give a shout out to Nando, because the way that he's controlling the Tidehunter in these fights are just exceptional. You can't kill him, because he's got Kraken, so just Astro him. So every time they Astro the Tidehunter, Execration uses that 4 second to essentially take the team fight and start picking off people. And once Tidehunter comes back, well, half your team's already dead. The Ravage suddenly doesn't look so good anymore.
So Rubik, he has his Blink now as well.
Yeah.
It's just that much harder to get off your...
He had it in the last fight. It's just that there was no Ravage to steal. I think the bigger thing is that now OD has BKB on top of his Aegis. So it's just... Oh, his Aegis timed out, but he has BKB now.
This is a very patient play from Execration as well.
Yeah, man.
This is actually very surprising to see, because they're playing as if they were the ones who needed to win all the 6 games.
I mean, this does not look like a C Execration game, right? Oh, Yule Scepter, that's going to find one, and he's going to pop his BKB. XY did not get the memo that he has the BKB. XY is going to try to pour it out. Okay, he barely made it off.
Well, they do all get out.
Okay, and they force out the BKB. Not so bad here for Faceless.
Yeah,
A small victory. There is no seed throw in this game, which is like super impressive. I mean, that sounds like a flame, but like in the last 5 or 6 days, I've been casting the Star Series C qualifiers.
I agree with you. I mean, a lot of the times in these situations, they would just be like, one team would win a team fight, and then they would just go the complete other way. They would take turns winning team fights. But
Yeah.
none of that here. Execration just winning fight after fight.
It's like a very well played Dota game. Well, again, I think strategically for Faceless, if they could drag out this game, they have a better shot, than taking fights now. So
I don't think that's actually the case though. I think if I was playing with Faceless Draft, I would very, very much expect to win the early to mid phase.
well, I mean, my point is, you can't win right now, right? There's no option to win right now. If you drag
You
out
have
this
to
game,
split push really hard.
If you drag out this game and hope for a C game where Execration kind of throws, then you have a better chance.
Oh, this is their best chance.
Yo,
They have to
especially
catch
if
out
this
some of these
happens here.
supports.
Blink stun, that's going to hit on 55. They have Astro, though. They will Astro him. Balcony both.
Okay, they need to get out now immediately.
Black. Now run, Black. He's going to pop his ultimate. Blink call! That's going to find Black. Ice. Does he need to Ravage? He does Ravage, and he needs to anchor. I'm not sure whether he anchor or not.
He anchored.
Okay, he's good. And now BKB gets activated on the backside. Black is still okay, and this time they get yet another BKB out. Okay, they live. Black coming back in.
Black? He's just running through. He's trying to cut the wave. He knows what's coming.
Okay. Ice. That's it.
With the fishes.
And once again, that was a Ravage for just to save your carry. That's definitely not what you want. And they still have creeps here.
I mean,
You got these 2 creeps.
I don't think we could fault Black for trying to engage in that area, right? Like, 'cause
No, definitely not.
you see 2 free kills.
Oh, he's going for Rubik.
Tower could use a hand.
Nope, he's not.
Top though,
knows.
Invoker's pushing in. Somebody has to tend to this wave. Invoker needs to hit the range racks. Okay, the melee's fine too, I guess.
Taking hits. Dyer's courier.
No, he's changing over.
Okay,
Oh, it's so close.
it's gonna get protected. Meanwhile, the base though, no Ravage here. Gets Astro immediately. Black moving forward. They see him, and Black gets lifted. He does actually dark pack it off, and now Gabby pops a BKB, goes to work. The hammers being dropped left and right. Jab's trying to run away. He's gonna try to survive. Uses the enemy, but I think he's gonna get found here. Force that forward here. 55 going for the kill, and the support will kill the core. And very nicely done here by Execration. Back in the mid lane, the glaives are bouncing left and right, and that's gonna be a second lane of racks. They did get the range racks up top, but that is
So, I think this might be the end. One thing to point out is SD Luna. Very, very powerful combo. But Luna Rubik, if you pick the SD to deny it, I mean, you still steal Disruption, and
Is that
you
what
see how
happened?
much work it did. Yeah, he
still-
stole Disruption.
Okay.
He has Disruption, and he just made illusions of the Luna, and the Luna just... That's how he killed the Invoker. He just had illusions of Luna.
Okay, well, I'm going to quickly look over to the website and check whether I did the math wrong.
Okay.
Because, see, Faceless. Yeah, I think they needed to win every single game. Okay, here's one more way they could qualify, right? If they draw this set, so they have to win the next game, and then they win the next set 2-0, I believe they will have a tie point with TNC. But if you beat TNC 2-0, I think they're going to use the head-to-head. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on this. I'm a caster. I'm not a tournament organizer. But I think if Faceless wins the rest of their games, every one of them, then they're still good.
All right. Well, we'll have to see, because they're going to have to play it regardless.
Yeah. And they have to play against Execration, who apparently is super good now. Like, overnight, they're like, yeah, man, nothing to lose. Let's go, guys.
I mean, honestly, that was such a different Execration.
Yeah.
That was just overall super solid from them. Really, no mistakes. I feel like they were just so in control throughout the entire game.
Yeah. Everybody played well. Individual plays by 55. Great team plays. Nando, again, just want to give him a shout out. Playing very well with his Astral. But game 1's in the book here, and surprisingly, Execration takes down the fan favorite Faceless. Game 2 is on the way, and if my math checks out, they have to win the rest of the day for Faceless. We'll take a short break, but we'll be back. don't think Faceless can make it anymore.
Reserve time.
Yeah, that is
The word on the street.
word on the street.
Yeah.
I don't do my own research. Why do that when everyone else can do it for you?
Yeah. I mean, people would be more than happy to correct you in about 200 different ways, so.
I mean, to quote Purge, if you want to figure something out on the internet, just say the wrong thing and everyone will give you the right answer.
Well, except those times they give you the wrong answer that they think is right.
What? Who would do that?
5 seconds.
I see. Well then, we got a very hype match coming up. I'm trying to hype this, but the back of my mind also thinks this just doesn't actually matter. Apart from Pride, which, like you said earlier, both these teams are taking it seriously because the practices and whatnot. But TNC is through.
Yeah, congratulations to TNC. I just hope we see some clowny stuff now that everyone is out. Might as well just mess around.
Well, maybe Faceless doesn't think they're out. Maybe, I don't know if they did the math.
What? If you're playing in a tournament and you're not sure whether or not you're in or out, you have some more important issues to deal with than winning Dota.
I'm not going to lie, I've never played in any tournament, so we have to ask people that have played in tournament, like you, next on Champion, do you actually check every game?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to. Why wouldn't you?
Maybe a tier 2 team like yours would check every time. Because the good teams just walk into tournament and be like, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just win whatever.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, we got Luna, Ogre, Magi. I don't think we've seen that before. But I reckon then that they would shore up their lanes pretty well between Ogre's innate tankiness and Luna's auras.
Don't forget, though, I think it was TNC who did this Mirana Shadow Demon against Warriors Gaming, and I praised Warriors Gaming Luna draft over the Shadow Demon Mirana opener, and TNC just completely destroyed them.
Yeah, well, I think TNC did it via having very good movement, which is very difficult to mimic, right? Every game's a little bit different. You have to be aware of the enemy wards. You have to be accountable for your own smokes and whatnot, so Execration can do the same thing, but it's going to be very tough to do.
So all in all, nothing new, really. I'm just hoping, and then look at these bans, it's exactly the same. They do not want Ice 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 to have any of his heroes.
They're okay with Tidehunter.
They're okay with Tidehunter. They clearly understood that they had the counters for it.
Yeah.
They had a Rubik for it, they had an OD to control him up. It was just an easy game last game.
Reserve time. Dyer's pick.
Shadow Demon Mirana. I wonder if this is where you pick something like Jug Mid so you don't have to deal with this combo. Because I think whenever you have to deal with the Shadow Demon Mirana, I think it's actually best to just pick a mid that doesn't ever die to it.
I thought if you land the arrow right on top of the disruption as you come out of it, you still get hit.
You know what? I actually had this discussion before, and we actually went to a lobby to check it out.
But you forgot the result.
I forgot the results.
Well,
and I'm pretty sure I'm fairly certain the conclusion is that you can still spin no matter what.
Okay. Well, Steven,
I might be wrong.
As we just discussed it, you just say one thing, and either you're right or someone will correct you. So,
Yep, perfectly fine. Someone's gonna correct us.
Yep.
But like you also said, they might be correcting us with what they think is correct.
No.
They might very well be wrong.
Chat clearly 10k MMR players, so whatever they say is correct.
In the spirit. Dyer's pick.
Yeah, I learned this a long time ago. You're right.
Yeah.
Never mess with Twitch chat. They're always right.
We got the DJ Sand King.
We are at the will. DJ Sand King.
Yeah.
Okay.
So DJ Sand King.
You weren't that impressed with it?
No,
a couple days ago.
DJ Sand King very good in the lane, right? He gets the blink, and then after he gets the blink, he would miss every single epicenter, which I'm not sure how that's possible, but he did.
Reserve time.
It's just one game. I'll give him the
benefit
fact
of the doubt?
that the benefit of the doubt. Everyone makes mistakes.
Okay.
I think he'll be perfectly fine.
Except Twitch chat. Twitch chat does not make mistakes. Right, the horse is a little overbeat. Let's get off of it for a while.
trying to figure out what. I think they need something else to deal with this Ember Spirit. I don't think you can completely rely on a Sand King to shut him down. Maybe this is actually a good game for Silencer. It's actually not bad out. I think Silencer is a really good pick here.
We've seen teams' options are mostly to deal with it in the laning phase, right? Remember that game yesterday where we had a Shadow Fiend going up against the Ember? And that Ember was just not having a good time.
Yeah, that's definitely another way to deal with it. Just completely shut him out in lane. But, I mean, he's still able to catch up eventually. And if he does manage to catch up, then he could be problematic for you. Whereas if you have the Silencer here and then you pick either Queen of Pain or Shadow Fiend, both of them are pretty good. Okay, this is fine as well. It's another answer. Deals with Ember Spirit fairly well. And Mirana.
Seconds to go.
And let's see what else. They still don't have the Ice. It seems like they always just pick Ice's hero in as the last pick. They must really, really rely on him.
Time.
I got nothing to say.
You got nothing to say.
I got nothing to say.
I mean, the thing about Execration's lineup is Luna, obviously, just an incredibly strong laner, and whether it's Rubik or Disruptor, I think there isn't really too many off-laners who can actually sit in the lane against this, especially since you have Shadow Demon Rana already. Maybe just some kind of follow-up, and just rely on your Shadow Demon Rana to make all the movements.
Oh, they're not going to wait for the last pick. They're going to give him the Magnus. And there you go. That's going to be, well, Jabs could be playing it technically, but I think this is going to be the Ice hero.
This is definitely the Ice Magnus.
Yeah. But picking a Magnus into a Disruptor, I got to say, Execration's got counters already.
10 seconds to go.
I feel like with this kind of draft, it's not so much about the rest of his skill set. He's very similar to Ogre Magi in the sense that he's just an empower machine.
Yeah.
But his utility is a lot stronger than an Ogre Magi. So like Ogre Magi just has a stun and slow, but Magnus, you can turn the fight around. At the same time, it's not as important as the Empower. So while the Ember Spirit magic build has been all the craze, it might just be the old-fashioned Ember Spirit build. Maybe.
Have we actually seen the old Ember build ever?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I haven't. But with this kind of matchup, there's a strong possibility. If not that, then like you said, Jabs could be playing the Magnus, and then we could just see a farming Magnus, and he'll just be going that carry route instead.
Well, they do take out the OD, which was definitely an issue last game. I don't know if there's a chance that they go into a tie here, though. I think the likelihood of that happening is quite low.
Well, this last pick will determine everything. There's a lot of things are still up in the air.
5 seconds.
I actually still think Silencer is good for both teams.
10 seconds to go.
You can always just run a mid Silencer.
Silencer is much better when you have the initiation to back it up, which both teams do. Okay, I think that's going to be Black Zero here, Faceless.
Yeah, they're just going to go for the cleaving route.
Yeah.
And Execration... What is their mid hero going to be? I think Queen of Pain is actually really good here.
5 seconds.
Ursa Warrior.
Okay.
Huh. Well, this is another hero that just completely shreds Ember Spirit in the mid lane, right?
Yeah. I mean,
if you can ulti if you have Scepter through Chronosphere, right? I'm pretty sure you can.
So you will ult and you still get chronoed, essentially, is what you're suggesting, but you have to
No. I'm saying you can use it if you get chronoed, if you have Scepter.
And then what? Still stay in chrono, right? But
But the whole point is.
But have the resistance. I don't know if that's the case. I never have played Ursa with Scepter against Faces.
I know it breaks everything else though. Like Magnus RP, you can break out of it. I'm just not too sure about Chrono, but I'm
fairly sure it does work.
What's with all this?
All right, let's get into the game.
All right. Ice Magnus, Ember Spirit jabs. Everything is kind of as we predicted. You know, I noticed Execration always pauses at the very start. No matter what, they always have to get in that 1 second pause.
Maybe it's the lag thing in the beginning, which some computers receive.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. I'm just making a guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. All right.
Well, no first blood in black this game, so that's a better start. Not yet, at least, because Execration is smoked up again.
Well, this time he's also on a hero that's way harder to gank at level 1. Alright, we've been seeing this ward come out quite a bit. So it's always been like between one of 3 areas.
Whoa! Yo! Ice makes the play. Okay.
That was sick.
Yep. I
Now
think the only way to enjoy the scene, the only way to understand what this ogre is feeling is if I do this, right? Like, he's trapped in a prison. Everyone on Twitch chat is trapped in a prison. That's good.
4v5. The players are having fun. This is when you know there's nothing on the line. Is when everyone just starts all chatting.
Yo, Ice got another push, man. He's pushing people around. No problem. Let's go. Oh! That's fine too. The arrow's gonna come in. That's gonna hit. Oh my god! Ice as well as Nuts.
All right.
Making the plays. That's gonna be first blood. Well, damn. And Ogre's still up here.
This ogre has no play. Like, he actually cannot do anything. I think someone you might be able to walk over and pass over a TP.
Yeah, you have to pass him a TP, or else, you know, the courier's just not gonna make it there.
And I mean, there's no way of getting this courier around. Like, look, the courier is taking the long way around. It's not going to make it through.
No, well, I mean, they don't even have a TP on it, so. Alright, Ogre is angrily pinging this out. By the way, this is actually one of the best ways to deal with the Ogre. Just want to point that out strategically. You know? He's supposed to be winding lanes for people, right?
At least you're a ward now.
That's true. I never thought of it like that. You must spend a lot of time up on that cliff. Ooh, jabs, missing that chain. I mean, they pretty much have to like put 3 people mid to make sure that Jabs wins this lane, because I don't think they win that 1v1.
Well, there's 3 people here and they're still not winning it.
Wait.
He's blocking.
Oh, the creep. That's unfortunate for XY.
Alright, every lane is... Like, this mid lane is obviously not going well for Faceless, but I think this...
They're still winning the game.
Magi,
Yeah, they're still winning the game.
This is winning them the early game so hard.
Yep.
So clowny. Well, this must feel so bad. If there was a good time to go for a bathroom break, this is it.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything.
You literally have 3 minutes, yeah. Wait. 55? Trying to rescue his team. Meanwhile, there's a kill happening on the mid lane. Nando?
Wait. Oh, okay, got it. Right. Okay.
Nando's gonna be dead, I think. No, he's gonna run away. He's juking a very awkward path. She actually wants to man fight against XY. XY? Not gonna go down. Now Jab's gonna come in. I mean, he still has Fairy Fire in the south, so I think he will be fine. The kinetic field is gonna cover his retreat. Yo, is he actually thinking about going back in? Nando? Question mark? Alright.
He's got Salve and Fairy Fire. He's baiting this so hard.
Well, I guess he's baited it. Oh my god, Nando! Yo, Nando, where are you at? I see you, man. I see you. And now Nuts is gonna get baited as well? Okay.
Oh, Ice going for another.
Yo, Ice for the
play.
The judo push. Like, he's got this. Okay.
Alright, Nando. Styling.
That was actually a very stylish play. But, Nuts. It's gonna come around. Disruption. Where's the arrow? That's gonna be a kill. I think Ogre wanted to tank that for his team. But then,
yeah, he definitely tried.
Yeah. Nuts might go down though. Marana's blocking him a little bit. Now reblocks on the Ogre. Alright.
Oh, so Faceless leading off with the kills, but once again, just getting your ogre cliff like that, he's still level 1, and he hasn't really accomplished much. Imagine if he wasn't cliffed. Think of how bad this mid lane would have been.
I mean, it's okay to have weak mid lanes when you have Ice 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 on your team. It'll fix the
They're
issue.
going for Ice here.
Okay. Ooh. I like how he just clipped the courier once.
Yeah, but Disruption's only level 2, so never mind. There's no gank here.
Hey, he doesn't even have a point to the glimpse just yet. Well, the CS-wise is definitely going in the favor of jabs up in the mid lane. So, not too bad because of the relentless ganks.
Yeah. And Nando just shrugs it off. He might not be able to farm, but he does set his team up for a couple of kills. And I mean, he's Ursa. Once he hits 6, there's like no way you can really kill him unless you Disruptor or Arrow. It's like the only way.
So this game, we got a hero that we don't see too often, the safe lane Faceless Void. Now traditionally, the common safe lane build has been the Shadow build, right? You go the Lincoln Sphere, Diffusal, Manta, but the new rage is the Helm of the Dominator. Any guesses on what we're going to see? Probably Helm, I guess.
I think Helm is good here, yeah. But the thing about the Shadow build is you really, really need to have follow-up for damage.
Right.
And they don't really have that, so you have to go for a more damage-oriented build.
Well, they have Empower.
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough on its own.
Okay.
I don't think Void exactly has the most base damage.
I mean, the other thing is that Ember Spirit, regardless of win or lose, one thing he's very good at is outputting damage. Especially if he goes for the Veil build, which I imagine he would be doing.
But I mean, if it's in the Chrono, like, how are you going to do any damage, right?
Triple Remnant, man. Just go in.
Oh, you're right. You are right. See, I always forget about that.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, but I am.
No, I'm not being sarcastic at all. Because I'm so used to the old type of Ember play. Even I've played the new Ember, and I still play it like it's the old Ember. I almost never triple Remnant. I always use it to save myself or something like that.
Yeah, just pretend you're playing Puck. Really. Just go in.
All right, and let's see. Magnus is 6. Oh, look at this farming build, though. 3 points into Empower. He's just trolling. Look at he's running him Gappy away.
Oh, still missing last hits. I mean, the 3 points in power is, man, it feels bad when you shockwave and you don't get any last hits because you have 1 point in it. In fact, he might just be dead here. Kinetic field, and they got the glimpse. The arrow though is gonna hit X Y.
Oh, this is a skewer though.
Level 1 shockwave does hit though.
Again.
Okay, that's gonna get a disruption off. Soul Catcher, Gabby's gonna run into the trees. I think he will be okay. Burrow Strike from DJ, and they get the return kill. Now the kinetic field, do they have glimpse? They had a level 2 glimpse, but I believe no vision or the mana or the cooldown.
There's a cooldown.
Yeah. Well, something that Execration did very well last game was the ability to turn ganks around. And it seems like they are continuing to do so here.
That was just a very uncharacteristic miss by Ice.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that he hit that miss. Actually, in his defense, that actually felt like it would hit.
I thought it would hit too, yeah.
Oh, Black burns to the Chrono. Ice with his level 1 shockwave. That was his Chronosphere contribution.
No, he empowered the Void.
His Empower, you're right,
Yeah.
Empower.
That's a contribution. Let's be real.
The Empower bot is online.
Yeah. I mean, you were worried about the damage output, right? Now you don't have to. Void's sitting for a decent amount already.
It's definitely a lot when it's the first skill you max out.
Okay. Disruption, arrow. I mean,
You get Gabby again,
even
but
with
what's
this
the
combo,
follow-up?
that's the follow-up, the Lunar Illusions.
There's no levels in Star Sword, so there's really no follow-up.
And did he not Soul Catcher? Oh, I guess
It's
there was
way too much.
Yeah, too many
Way too much
units.
stuff.
Block in the bot lane. Burrow Strike did hit on Black. Black's gonna jump to the right side. He's gonna TP out immediately. They don't have glimpse. And Black's home safely.
So they should just keep doing this, where they set up kills with Well, actually, this is kind of the nice thing about Faceless' draft is that they can set up kills with pretty much anything. If they have 3 people for a disruption, oh, nuts, probably going to go down here.
Yo, but it's the bait. No, the clip's gonna come through. They do get the 1 kill. The second kill not gonna come through. Jabs with the fire burning down the ogre. There's no teleport to actually save him, but ogre's just gonna outrun
Just
the
too
Emperor.
tanky. I mean, that's very worth it for them. That was an Eclipse as well, and it was the support for your Luna.
Sure.
But like I was saying, this is a nice thing about Faceless' draft is that you can set up kills with pretty much anyone, whether it's disruption into an arrow or a chronosphere or an RP. There's a lot of long cooldowns, but there's just so many of them.
Well, don't forget about the chains too. Like chains into arrows is definitely a thing in the mid game.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, but not as reliable, I would say.
Do you doubt his ability to hit an arrow on a chain target?
It's not quite that. It's not a full lockdown, right? So, for example, if you Searing Chains of Sand King, for example, I believe you can.
No, you read it. You can't burrow.
You can't burrow strike. Okay, but Ursa is still going to be able to hit his ulti. If you get a Luna, you run the risk of him turning a fight around with Eclipse.
Sure.
That kind of thing. And same with Disruptor, Ogre. Well, Ogre not so much, but Disruptor.
No, we got the Centaur being microed around the mid lane. Not sure if Black's doing the micro or Ice is.
Huh? Ice is the one with the helm.
Oh. Interesting.
The farming build.
I mean, I thought the farming build was the Echo Saber.
Yeah, that's true. This is just his own build, though. I'm not even going to call this a farming build. This is just his type of build and
hey man,
team fight build.
You could empower the
think
Centaur.
Of the synergy.
You can empower the Centaur.
Not even that.
He has empowered the Centaur. Look, let's get plus 26 damage. Let's go.
It's the nicer thing about it is, think about it when you hit the RP, and then you can follow it up with the Centaur stun.
Man,
that's the dream combo.
That's the next level. All right, smoke's gonna break, and now they can kill a Centaur. Well, they're gonna go for Nuts Disruption. Okay, I think Nuts is gonna be dead here. He's gonna try to juke. Okay, that's gonna be
RP.
Okay, RP's gonna be there. Centaur
the
stop. Oh no, the silence is on everybody.
They have Chrono, though.
Nicely done here. Black walks away from the storm, and now Chrono's up. That's gonna be 1 kill. The Centaur stomp continuing through, and now Nando's stuck in there for good. Eclipse on the backline, but Gabby's very, very low. Okay, jumps forward. 1 more hit. He needs some extra mana, but here comes the Ogre. Black jumps over. He's gonna get the kill, and now Ogre is gonna try to run. Oh, he's so slow. Yo, look at the damage! Max empowers a new build, dude. Oh no, he just hit a bash. He didn't even actually have empower.
Well, it's not even the max empower that max empowers the new build. It's the fact that the offlaner is doing it now too. Everyone's just going this max empower and just hit the jungle. I think I would credit Shade for this. I think he is the first person I've seen to do this.
I mean, do you think Shade has the same street cred where if you see Shade do one thing, everyone tries to copy?
I would say so. I think he's good enough.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure like if Arteezy does that build, everyone will copy it like the next 2 seconds, right? I'm just gonna say that Shade is not on Arteezy's level when it comes to
okay.
street cred and popularity.
Look at this empowered Ursa.
What? He doesn't have empower. What are you talking about?
No, not
this,
the Ursa.
This Ursa. Sorry. Yeah.
The Hellbelter Smasher.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was actually looking at Ursa. I was like, empower. What are you talking about? Oh my god, this farming build.
Alright, he's queuing up the Blink Dagger next.
Yeah.
Execration.
I mean,
tier 1.
I think I like this build much more than the Echo Saber build.
I actually would agree with you there.
Because the Echo Saber, everyone just goes for like Echo Saber Blink into like Refresher anyways, right? Like the Echo Saber is not really there for the damage. And I think Helm farms a similar level.
I'd probably disagree with that. I think that Echo Saber allows you to do Ancients. I don't think a Helm of Dominator is really going to help you do Ancients.
It'll help you like run from camp to camp. I mean, sure, Echo Saber farms better. I'm not disagreeing, but I think this doesn't farm that poorly, and you get other utilities.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's definitely the case for this build here.
Yeah.
So one thing to point out is that Jabs is absolutely enormous.
Yes.
I didn't really notice his farm skyrocket this hard, but he is really farmed.
Yeah, he's been participating in the
Bottom.
kills. Okay.
Fine.
Burrow strikes there. Do they have? Yeah, they have no detection. Okay.
No detection.
We out.
Oh no.
Nice blink away.
Nicely played by Jabs. He's going for the chase, but he's completely out of mana.
The dude doesn't. Oh, the jukes by 55. Nicely done.
Arrow.
Set up the field. Walk into the field. Walk back out of the field.
Very well played by Execration. Just
Yeah.
not losing anyone there, despite the wasting of ults.
I mean, generally 9 times out of 10, when Ember comes into that fight, you just die, right? Like. But ice. Look at that farm.
Ooh. Look at Black's build. He's got a Shadow Blade and a Mask of Madness. He's really farmed as well. Alright, he definitely has damage now. You give him that Empower, no one's going to survive that. Wonder how you deals with all these the mana issue though. It's going to be a mana issue with this kind of item build.
For Magnus?
For Void?
For Void.
No, for Void.
I mean, Void tends to
bottom
build...
No.
I was going to say he builds stats, but not really. Like, the most stats he's going to get is like an ultimate orb. Oh, he's got a Shadow Blade. Or did you already say that? Jabs going to come in here, and 55 going to be dead. He drops a Storm here, and that might be the worthy trade. Nando going to get the return kill, and that's going to be a killing spree kill for Nando. So, extra 50 gold for that Ursa.
Yeah, definitely a worthwhile trade. I mean, it's just a disruptor for Ember Spirit, especially considering how farmed the Ember Spirit is as well.
So, the Radiant team leading by 4,000 gold, they do have, I think, clearly the more superior team fight, because Chronosphere is the trump card, I think, in all of this, but I don't feel like Execration is that far behind. I feel like they need to play really, really well, but we have seen them playing very well, at least last game.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned how many different ways they can set up kills, but they're not exactly playing. They're not playing that aggressive. With especially like if you consider their builds, especially like Faceless Void's build, this is a very, very aggressive build. But they're just playing kind of passively on their side. I think they should put some of their smokes to use.
I tend to agree, especially when you have BOT on Ember, he could get to the fights fairly easily. Gonna try to set up on Jabs. DJ's gonna hang around here. If Jabs goes for this creep wave, he might be dead. Ooh, it looks like they fell for an illusion, I believe.
I wasn't looking, but they definitely had their attentions elsewhere. All right, top lane. I like this positioning from XY. He's playing very, very deep into their jungle. This is exactly where you want to be for this kind of aggressive play. But Execration, they feel like something is up. They're all heading up here right now.
Okay.
Faceless need to get this kill before they get here.
Arrow's gonna hit here, and oh, look at that damage. Nando's gonna come in from backline here, and Nuts does not have disruption for himself. Do they have detection? That's gonna be one kill, but the illusions just straight up kill the disruptor. Chronosphere, perfect chrono by Black, and of course he has the empower, so he's going to work. Meanwhile, we do have an RP, one-man RP just for the Sand King. Sand King's going to be dead as well, and Ogre on the backline trying to escape. DJ does pop a mech, and it looks like he's going to survive a little bit longer, but not long enough. And Ogre is going to be the last one trying to lumber away. Meanwhile, Ice just farming, because I mean, this build does not farm that well compared to Echo Saber, so you got to hit every opportunity.
Yeah, great team fight from Faceless, and this is kind of the strengths of their build. You know, the cooldowns are long, but they just have so many of them, and
yeah,
that's like what allows them to use things like hitting a one-man RP, and they're still perfectly fine with it.
I think this is the second time we've seen the Shadow Demon gank, right? Last game we saw that one gank on the Luna, and they did so much damage with the Sunstrike. This time, Soul Catcher with the arrow. I mean, it's not even maxed out yet. It just did so much. Oh my god. Nando's gonna get hit. Blink Skewer?
Gonna Blink Skewer?
Yep.
Here we go.
This time he's not gonna miss it. Oh no! He ulted and then got rooted, so he's stuck there for good. And it's about to run out here. Yo, on the back line though. Oh,
there's an Aegis.
Nice disruption here by Nuts, and now it's gonna be Jabs going to work. Shockwave, this time maxed out. That's going to be a kill here on the Aegis, but DJ pops a Shrine and now jumps forward by Jabs again. Burrow Strike's going to hit. I think they're going to try to retreat again. Jabs still, though, has that regen rune going. The arrow's going to follow through as well, and XY going to clean up. Sand King, again, is the only one to survive. And right now, Execration is just
team wipe.
getting out team fight.
That was just such a great arrow by XY to start things off. They completely locked down that Ursa with that one arrow.
Yeah.
And this team wasn't ready to follow up that kind of distance because of the skewer.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate by Nando. Just he walked down the hill and immediately got arrowed. And I think that's really when you should have let your Ursa go, but
Yeah, I think they should have let him go as well. The Disruptor actually had a pretty decent spot for the ulti, but he just got jumped on completely and couldn't even drop the kinetic field on top of a Static Storm.
I think that's the second time he just died to Luna illusions or some sort of illusion. Or I think he died to black there. Like,
yeah, he died to black.
Yeah,
because I saw him get bashed.
2 to 3 times in a row where he just dies without casting a single spell.
All right, they're smoking up. They really... Oh, they saw it. Jab spotted it out, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he spotted it out. He pinged it out.
The ward?
No, the smoke. They know about the smoke now.
Okay. Oh, they're thinking about fighting it. Demonic Perk's going to get used here, and now Nano's going to blink away. 55.
This should be the end of the engagement, I believe.
Arrow! Oh my god.
That was so close.
Yeah. That Disruptor tail. Flinging left and right. Almost got hit by it. Jabs. So this is kind of the Faceless that we were expecting coming into today. And, oh, is that going to be enough? Oh my god. It's close.
That was an ulti baited, though.
Yeah.
And I think with this ulti baited, this should be a fairly easy tier 2.
Yeah.
Because they do have Chrono and they have RP as well.
Jab's now going to work, but it was a bait. Now Eclipse going to fly through. Does he have an ult coming out? It's jumping away, and Jabs is just playing with them. Now he's fine. Black comes in with a 2-man Chrono, pops a Mask of Madness, and just putting the deeps on everybody, DJ.
He's making an RP.
Burrow Strike. Yep, he does get RP'd. Everyone's stuck there.
Weird location, but he's still going to go down.
Faceless rolling now on the back line, though. They just can't get a damn kill. Disruption's going to fly through this time. Nuts, is he actually going to survive? No, the multicast is going to burn him down. And Ogre.
He was trying to do that.
Wait. Oh my god, Jabs. Alright.
Once again, it's just another team wipe.
I think Faceless
Kill
had
after kill.
a warm-up game on game 1, but
I'm telling you, this is why they needed to face up against what
Fnatic
would
first?
potentially be their easiest matchup.
you're calling Fnatic free?
That's what I'm using your words. Don't put words in my mouth.
I mean, you said you agree, so
I worded it different.
okay.
And this is only based off of their performance stuff after the past few days.
Yeah.
Ice Ice blinks and gets out. Alright, Ice is okay, he's definitely messing around now. And this is what I wanted to see. This is what you do when there's nothing on the line.
Is this honestly the best way to mess around? Like, Dagon is...
And Nando gets picked off again. Is there gonna be any more? Nope. Is this the best way to mess around?
Yeah.
I mean, what would be the alternative for you? See,
I'm not sure.
Ice is the kind of player, in my opinion, that really likes to send a message.
I
Right?
agree.
You've seen him play as Tidehunter. You know what he does on Tidehunter, right?
He
He
would
just
taunt.
grabs that
Yeah.
backstroke.
Yeah, I get it.
It's the most tilting thing
But
ever.
I'm just saying, like, Dagon, it's like, you know, every pupper have done that. Like, it's been done before.
I think that even if that is the case, and that's another.
Oh,
my goodness, that
Jabs! I'm just like,
This is the chain.
this guy's so good on the hero. I mean, granted they're winning by a lot, so he gets to do whatever the hell he wants to do. But still, like, he's just styling on kids now.
It's just so unfortunate that they
Oh.
like, turn up like this, you know, once it's too late.
Yeah. You know, I think a good stylish item. Hold that thought here. They're gonna focus on Black, but Black gets disrupted again here. Nuts. Doing so
Arrow
much more.
connect.
Chronosphere, that's gonna be onto 2. Okay, Storm is actually very good, and now the Chrono is trapping the rest of the team into the Storm, but it doesn't matter. They all have BKB. They're all very tanky. Buyback's gonna come out from DJ. And
Look at that Dagon.
the Rexes are gonna be going down. Nice glimpse back here against Faceless.
But they still have RP. Here comes a big RP.
That Eclipse is like doing no damage, 2-man RP, and now skewer back.
3-man RP.
Yo, they don't even need a skewer back, Jabs. Gonna clean up.
Oh,
There's that Dagon.
Dagon.
I was gonna say Round of Atos, because that item never gets seen, but probably not as stylish as Dagon.
Dagon is just the best way to send the message.
Alright.
Dagon is the item you buy when you know you're gonna win no matter what.
Okay. Well, it definitely did zap somebody at the end there.
You zap 2 people. 6-1 and 16. He can do whatever he wants.
What did he even die?
I don't remember.
Look, as far as I consider, like, this game was won as soon as he got the Ogre up the cliff, because you can't play 4v5 Dota for 3 minutes, you know? Like, especially with your strongest laning hero out of the map for 3 minutes. And then mid lane
Yeah.
got super hard, Jabs got free farm, and then Black, you know, look at his score, 809. He's got some sick chronos this game.
Yeah, and I actually really like this build too. It's very, very strong for just solo pickoffs in general, and especially since he gets empowered all the time. It's just very, very. No matter who he catches out, it's pretty much guaranteed death.
Yeah, I think this build is strong because of the Empower and the extra backup, as well as like the Nuts support. I think the disruption play from Nuts is actually on point. Moving forward, I hope they ban this hero out for him, because he's just too good on the hero. Is that it? Any other words?
I got nothing else. We got. They're going to be playing 4 more games, so we got a lot more to see.
Yeah, okay. Coming up next, we got TNC against Faceless, which would have been a very hype match, and I guess it's still a very hype match. It's number 1 seed versus number 2 seed, and perhaps fighting for the name of the best team in C right now. But that's going to come up in about 50 minutes, I want to say. Is that right? This sounds about right. We're going to see you in 50 minutes, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the cast.